Welcome back to Good Morning Kenya. My name is Mike Migwi. Welcome back, and you are just in time for our first conversation right here on Good Morning Kenya. Let's look at Huduma Kenya. It has been in place since 2013. That's around 12 years, and the aim here was to expand and enhance access to government services. So Huduma Kenya is a one-stop shop for the services that you're talking about. So when it comes to accessing these services, especially for Kenyans, how has it been? And in studio, I'm joined by Ben Kai Chilumo, who is the CEO, Huduma Kenya Secretariat. Karibu sana to Good Morning Kenya.
Asante sana kaka.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the last month of the year.
Yes.
We are grateful to be alive and ready to serve
More
Kenyans.
important, yes. How are things at Huduma Kenya?
Huduma, we are doing great. It's been a year of a lot of activities.
Yes.
But most important is that we've continued to maintain our zeal and spirit of ensuring that Kenyans continue to access government services with easy, with respect, convenient, inclusive, and most importantly, accessible near where the Kenyans are, which has actually been the motive and big agenda of the Huduma Kenya program.
Yes. You know, the idea is to deliver efficient, citizen-centered public services through the integrated one-stop model.
Yes.
So how are you steering Huduma Kenya towards that?
Migwi, as you and me may be very, very much aware of the situation before 2013, before we started our first Huduma Center at the GPO, where accessing government services was hectic, was crowded with so many complications, long queues, people asking for bribes before they are able to offer government services, which they actually paid a salary to do it.
Yes.
It was chaotic. And again, you remember, most of these government offices were located in the provincial headquarters then, and people had to cover longer distance to access government services. And that's why Kenyans found it a big deal, a big problem, such that when they were crafting the 2010 constitution, they identified it as a problem. And so there was a specific clause, the clause 232, that made public service delivery a right to Kenyans, so that they can change that scenario. It is stopped there. When now we were crafting the Kenya blueprint, the Vision 2030. It was a solution had to be found and put as a flagship project, and that was the Huduma Kenya. It came as a flagship project in the Vision 2030, and the solution was one-stop shop. What is one-stop shop supposed to do? To bring all government services, citizen-facing, under one roof, so that now people stop moving from one place to the other. You go the office of NRB for an ID. You go the office of CRS for a birth certificate. Go to NTSA for a driver's license. And all these are located, one in Upper Hill, another one in Hurlingham, another one in the city center, another one in the community. Now, Huduma Kenya brought a program where all those services were brought at the under one roof, number one. Number two, we adopted the open plan, where all service desks are at the open. So we eliminated the issue of someone asking for a bribe. And we've ensured that we progress in that through technology, where now today you can access our services even through the E&M, these mobile platforms. We also have the Huduma Contact and Telecounseling Center, the only all government contact center where you can call across the globe. You call 1919 and you'll get information about any government aspect that you may want. So that supplements the 59 Huduma centers that we have today across the country, from the first Huduma center in 2013 that was opened as a GPO. So I can tell you for a fact, people have appreciated that transformation. It was a game changer, and today Huduma Kenya program is the talk of the day as one of the best things that has ever happened to Kenya.
Yes. Now, you have presence in all the counties, right?
Yes.
So what about the aspect of expanding Huduma centers to all the sub-counties now? What is the progress?
Now, under the MTPF 4, the agenda is we are supposed now to devolve to the sub-counties, because at least we've achieved the first goal, that at least we have a Huduma center in every county, and some of other counties we have more than one Huduma centers. Okay? But now we need to go further, because we want to ensure that you don't have to walk a longer distance. Because as we speak today, there are still some people who are so far from the county headquarters and still have to cover a longer distance. So the president has guided that we need to continue devolving. And I can tell you for a fact that program is on. When I joined, we were 51. When I joined as the CEO, but I will speak today, we have added 8 more Huduma centers. We are now at from 51 to now 59. Okay? So we are progressing. This year we intend to operationalize about 13 more. If we're able to get full funding, we should be able to operate 13 more Huduma centers, so that Kenyans continue to get the service near their homes. God willing, we are looking at by 2027 to have increased our Huduma centers from 59 today to about 100, and we continue progressing to see if we can meet our target by Vision 2030, so that we can have a Huduma center at least in every sub-county. In every sub-county. Yeah.
So in terms of enhancing digital service delivery, do you have strategies in place for that, to promote anytime, anywhere access for citizens?
As I've told you, through the digitalization that we've been embarking on, and which is definitely one of the areas we've been leveraging in terms of service delivery.
Yes.
One, we are saying that with the contact and telecounseling center, already Kenyans can access this service across the globe.
Yes.
By just dialing 1919. Number two, the electronic and mobile platform is there, where you can access our website and access some of the services within our platforms. However, Migwi, as you appreciate today, most of our services offered by our ministry departments and agencies, some of them still require face-to-face, because the re-engineering is continuing, where you still need to collect your physical driver's license. You still have to collect your physical national ID.
Yes.
But with the business process engineering that is ongoing through the Ministry of Public Service, okay, where we are helping departments to re-engineer their operations. As you see today, there are still something like the certificate of good conduct. It is deployed and you print from system.
Yes.
Already the ID, national ID, there is already a digital ID that is coming up. So we hope most of these documents, once they're all digitized and you do not have to kind of go to collect a physical document, then we'll reach a stage where you are able to do an end-to-end process without having to go and face a person in a government office. This is in progress, and under the digitalization pillar, under the better agenda,
yes,
you realize that we are progressing. Already, apart from the around 158 services that we offer in our platforms, okay, we are now having over 25,000 services, okay, that have been digitalized and can be accessed without having to face a person in a government office. This is progressive, even though some of these services are hybrid, that you have to start digitally, but you find that finally you have to end in an office. With the business process engineering that is ongoing, we expect that many of these services shall progress to become end-to-end digitally, where there will be no human intervention face-to-face.
Yes.
That is a dream,
yes,
of our digitalization agenda. Yeah.
How are you catering to this group of persons with disability?
We have first to have a website that is enabled for PWDs. Secondly, all our Huduma centers are constructed and designed to cater for them. Thirdly, we have special wheelchairs for those who may have problems walking or stuff, or the elderly. Fourthly, we have sign language interpreters in our Huduma centers to ensure that we are inclusive, because that was one of the objectives of Huduma, inclusivity, not only about people in the remote areas, but people living with disabilities. I think we are doing great in that area, including the PWDs in our service delivery.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means you also work with the National Council for People with Disabilities.
They are great partners. In fact, some of those wheelchairs have been donated by the council. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also emphasize on transparency and result-driven approach. How do you implement this? Because it also points to public accountability within the Huduma centers.
You know, Migwe, in this era today, the Constitution demands transparency. We must be accountable of what we are doing. There must be openness. And in Huduma, that is an aspect that we embrace.
Yes.
Number one, I've told you that at Huduma, we don't hide ourselves in offices. Okay? We do our business at the open floor where everyone is seeing. So we are transparent in terms of what we do. Number two, we ensure that we have a charter that tells every Kenyan what he is entitled to and how we are supposed to offer the service to them, so that they are able to appreciate that we are offering the service as it is required. But number three, once you come there, we open a ticket for you.
Yes.
The moment we close it after the service, we deploy a survey to you. We want to hear from you. Did you appreciate our services? And trust you me, Migwi, our services have gone to as high as 95% in terms of customer acceptance. They feel that satisfaction levels, they've gone up to about 95%. So this means that Kenyans appreciate what you are doing because we are open, we are accountable, and we are very strict in terms of people or our staff who will want to bring bad practices. Usually we separate with such people because we have to ensure that Kenyans get services with integrity, with the dignity, and the way the Constitution has demanded that they have a right to receive services, government services, in that manner.
Have you had to deal with cases of accountability with Huduma Center employees? How have you handled that?
Those officers that have had such tendencies, and they've been there, okay?
Yes.
Because MACU, we work with officers that are deployed by the various ministries, departments and agencies that we've given desks in our Huduma centers. So when they come there, okay, some of them engage in these practices. Number one, the moment a report is raised by a customer, either through the survey or physically, we immediately write a report and return. We RTS that officer immediately with a report that this officer has been accused of 1, 2, 3. We cannot work with such an officer.
Yes.
Secondly, if it is our staff, because there are a few staff that we employ as Huduma to support the operation at the Huduma centers. If it is a staff, usually we separate immediately. Once it is proved that the officer has been engaged in such malpractices, we separate with that officer. We have no room for any sort of integrity issues within our centers, because that will spoil the reputation of Huduma. So the few instances that we've had, we've taken action.
Yes.
Precise. Yeah.
You know, since its inception, Huduma has been there, as I said, for over 12 years. But it's not everything that goes on a smooth sail, really. What would you say are the biggest challenges that Huduma centers have had to face in as far as providing efficient, citizen-centered services is concerned?
You're very right, Migwi, that there must be challenges at any given moment. Huduma has not been an exception. As I've told you that the spirit of Huduma is a one-stop shop where all the government services are supposed to come for Kenyans to access them conveniently and easily. But the truth of the matter is that not all ministries, departments and agencies have deployed their services on our platforms. The reason being that as much this program is there is no law to force all government agencies and departments that are having citizen-facing services to deploy their services in our platform. So it is at their will. So that is one of the challenges, that we would like someone to come at the Huduma Center and absolutely get another all the services there. But today we have that challenge. We are, however, looking at getting, we've already done a bill and a policy and a bill. Now, once this is passed, it will require, it will not be optional. Once you are having a citizen-facing service, you must deploy it at the Huduma Center. That's problem number one. Problem number two, we are having services that are being offered at the Huduma centers, but the same ministry is offering the same service at the back office. But as you know today, Huduma has become the face of public service. Every time you want a birth certificate, you'll be told, go where?
Huduma Center.
But do you know the back office is also processing birth certificates?
That is duplication.
Every time you talk of an ID, the first thing that comes in your mind is what? Huduma Center. But the back office of the ministry is also processing. Now the problem is that if there is a problem at the back office, the problem is, say that it happened in Huduma. So we have had a problem of lack of accountability. Why there is a challenge? The Kenyan knows that IDs are offered at Huduma centers.
Yes.
And so when there is instances of corruption, someone said that Huduma Kenya are corrupt. And sometimes it did not happen at the Huduma platform. So one of the things we are looking at is to legislate or have a policy that will require that once a Huduma service has been deployed at Huduma platform, then the back office should just be the administrative and other operational issues, so that there is accountability of who is offering this service. If it's an issue of allegation of corruption, we know it happens at Huduma. The other time I was another show, and a caller makes a query and asks, you know, I went to the Huduma Center Mombasa, yeah? I got someone who said he'll help me get a birth certificate. Then from there, he told me to go to his office. We took the lift to another office. Then I was telling him, Huduma Center Mombasa, you don't take a lift. It is on the ground floor. And here he was complaining that he was asked to offer bribe to a Huduma staff. So this is another big challenge that we are trying to work out, that we agree once a service is deployed and offered at Huduma Center, then at the back office, similar service should not be offered, so that we know where there's a problem, we know it's a Huduma.
Yes.
Otherwise, at the moment, there's that mix of blames. Sometimes Kenyans are not able to know who is this person who has a challenge in terms of service delivery. So I will want to highlight those two issues, apart from also the issues of technology, that we are still moving towards improving our technology to make it easier to access. Every MDA comes with its own technology, and we're still having to look at a better solution to integrate these technologies so that they can talk to one another. There is duplication. You find there at the Huduma Center, the NTSA are taking their fingerprints. The NRB for IDs are taking their fingerprints. Certificate of good conduct also, they take their
fingerprints.
We need to start to come with a solution where we can integrate this, so that when your fingerprints are taken, only one station is taking fingerprints that can be utilized by. So this is what we are looking at in terms of harmonizing these services through technology.
And how do you ensure data protection for Kenyans who come through or use Huduma centers for government services?
We are registered as data processors with the data ODPC. So we ensure all the information of clients is protected, because we take information from personal information from customers. We ensure that our staff sign the non-disclosure clauses, so that they are able to know that it is illegal to disclose information. And we also give rise to people who access this information, this data. It's not like open to everyone. So when someone shares data, we should be able to know who actually was able to retrieve and share. So we are complying. We are complying with the Data Protection Act, which is nowadays a requirement by any institution that is dealing with data for customers.
Yes. How do you handle employee deployment, especially when it comes to Huduma centers in other areas away from Nairobi? How do you handle that in terms of even those who you employ there? For instance, let's take a County X. Do you employ people from that county, or it's a one-stop kind of an application where they apply, but they are deployed to various, to wherever?
Mike, one thing I need to tell Kenyans is that the staff you see at our Huduma centers, 90% of them are not employees of Huduma Kenya. These are employees of the various ministries, departments, and agencies. When we operationalize the Huduma Center,
yes,
we prepare the desks, the systems, and say, NTSA, this is your desk. Deploy your officers. So it is MDAs that deploy officers to this desk.
Yes.
Huduma Kenya will employ very few staff, maybe to manage the front desk, manage security, maybe manage IT issues. But majority of those who are serving are not staff directly employed by Huduma Kenya. So we may not really determine who gets deployed where. All we will ask is, we've opened a Huduma Center at this place, NTSA, bring your people. NRB, bring your people. SHA, bring your
people. Okay.
Okay? So in terms of deployments, the MDAs do it, yeah.
Okay. Now, as a CEO and looking ahead, what do you hope to be the biggest transformation that you hope to achieve, especially when it comes to public service delivery through Huduma Kenya program?
First, looking at extending the network of Huduma centers to ensure that Kenyans access these services near where they stay.
Yes.
Through the program of decentralizing to the sub-counties. That's number one. But number two, I am looking at leveraging on technology to move to a stage where Huduma Center becomes the service delivery transforms to where now you need to go to a Huduma Center and walk from one desk to another. As it is now, if you want SHA services, you go to the desk for SHA. If you want an ID, you go to the desk for ID. If you want a birth certificate, now we want to move to a situation where one officer is able to offer services. So you do not have to, you come to one officer and the system is networked, and this officer is able to serve all customers who come to their desk. This will be able to be enabled by technology and also policy. And we've already started this on a pilot basis with what we call the universal servant, the universal public servant. This universal public servant is trained by the various MDAs and given access to their system. So when you come there, you tell him that my issue is this for which MDA, this MDA. Then the public servant accesses the system for that MDA. So it becomes easy, so that people do not have to queue at the various desks, but they only make one queue and can be served by any person at the desk. That is my dream about Huduma Kenya Service Delivery Platform. Yes.
Now, how are the newly established sub-county Huduma centers, how are they going to integrate with Huduma Mashinani outreach, or even enhance it?
You know, Huduma Mashinani is been an intervention to bridge the accessibility gap. Okay, as I've told you that at the moment, Huduma centers are mainly at the headquarters of the counties. and some countries are reversed. So we came with this other platform called Huduma Mashinani. Now, Huduma Mashinani, people go, follow the customers, follow Kenyans where they are, pitch tents. We call the Kenyans to come and access government services within their reach. So a mama comes there with a child to process the birth certificate, and goes home with it. This is the Huduma Mashinani. Now, this is an intervention we are doing because at the moment, Huduma centers are still far. But the more we get closer in terms of decentralization and devolving the Huduma centers, these Mashinanis may not be very much common, okay? Because now physical Huduma centers will be there. So we are likely now to ensure that Kenyans get served by physical Huduma centers as opposed to now the Mashinani outreaches. But that is a long-term dream. Meanwhile, Huduma Mashinani outreaches continue because Kenyans have to receive their services regardless of where they live, and you know it is their right to get these services. So we follow them where they are.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to give you a minute to talk to Kenyans regarding Huduma centers and the services that they can get, and even emphasize on the point where, in case someone is asked to provide or to provide a bribe, what steps can they take?
Dear Kenyans, Huduma centers are there to ensure that you receive government services with ease, with dignity, inclusively by any other person, any other Kenyan, conveniently. And I want to tell Kenyans that you have a right as per Section 232 of the Constitution to be served by public servants. Do not accept substandard service because that is your right. That is number one. Number two, when you are not happy with government service, do not sit back because you are not helping yourself, neither are you helping Kenyans by keeping quiet when you receive a substandard service. Number one, complain. Now, how do you complain? First, take your phone, call 1919. A Huduma contact center agent will receive your call and action will be taken immediately. Number two, we have an ombudsman office desk in our Huduma centers.
All right.
Okay, they may not be everywhere, but we have them in most of our Huduma centers.
Yeah.
Ask for the desk of ombudsman, go and register your complaint there.
All right.
And this is not only about service at Huduma centers. Any government service that you are not happy, the ombudsman is the Mwananchi's advocate.
All right.
You're supposed to complain. So please don't keep quiet. You help to improve our services by you telling us that you are not happy. But again, we'll deploy a survey. Once we ask you, did you like our service? Also, respond to that text and tell us how you felt about our service so that we can improve your service.
All right, all right. That is Ben Chilumo, who is the CEO of Huduma Kenya Secretariat, talking to us about how Huduma Kenya is bridging the accessibility gap when it comes to government services. This is where this conversation ends. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mike Migu. Don't go too far. Good Morning Kenya continues shortly on the other side of radio. My name is Mike Migu. Stay with us.